Hello, hello, hello. It's Attorney Mike Gravel coming to you from Chicago as usual. And I had a stream that I was going to do, but then I took a nap. so now I'm repackaging as Valentines. Because I'm a professional. I know how to do these things. Right here, Central Time. It has just become Valentine's Day. Why do we celebrate Valentine's Day? I don't know. It's right up there with socialism and the pantheon of horrible ideas that seem good on the outside, but cause nothing but human misery. We've got us a SovCit in front of Judge Lacoste, which is fun. We've got us a Libary Enthusiast. And we've got some Judge Vann. And if you're at all familiar with Judge Vann, you know he's just as romantic as me. It's a beautiful thing. Let's do this, shall we?
Release you on what's called pretrial release. They're going to release you today. You need to be in court tomorrow, February the 14th at 8:30. It's Valentine's Day. I don't know if anybody told you. Yeah. You got married on Valentine's Day? That's convenient for him. All right.
I would have ever did that. You short yourself a gift. No, ma'am.
So welcome back. Once again, we are on the record in case number 24-13.
This one's Kristen's fault. I enjoy it. I know why she sent it to me. You'll know why she sent it to me.
5FY. And Ms. Conlon, did you have opportunity to review the allegations on the complaint, nature of the offense, and the possible maximum penalties with Mr. Ferguson?
I did, and I believe Mr. Ferguson understands the nature of the charges against him and maximum possible consequences, so we'd waive a reading. He'll stand mute at this time. He is requesting that the court appoint an attorney for him.
Thank you. So, Mr. Ferguson, in order to complete a petition for a court-appointed attorney, I need to place you under oath and ask you some questions. Would you please raise your right hand? And you swear that the information you're about to give me will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. And you're welcome.
Okay, I do feel bad for this guy. He's actually fairly sincere. He's a hot mess, but it's still funny. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Oh,
Mr.
I have to get my
Ferguson.
hand up?
No, you're welcome to lower it.
Okay.
What's your phone number?
231-383-0929.
Oops.
What is your mailing address?
Central Methodist Church for right now, because I'm homeless, so. And I don't necessarily know the address to that, so.
Well, we know it very well, sir. It's 222 Cass Street, right?
22 Cash. Okay, I didn't know that. I'm not from around here. I'm from Savannah, Georgia, so.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, it's obviously. Yeah, I'm up late because I slept all afternoon. This isn't anything to be proud of.
Are you working?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Where are you employed?
I am currently working at Les Macarons French pastry shop on East Front Street downtown.
And what is your average take-home pay?
Anywhere from $400 to $680.
Is that every 2 weeks or every week?
Every 2 weeks.
Do you receive any other sort of assistance or income?
I do get food stamps, if that counts.
It does.
And do you own a vehicle?
Not right now, but I would like to.
And do you have any money in a checking account or savings?
Judge actually laughed at that. He's acing this quiz though. For once, I mean, usually these guys try to flex. The judge is just trying to determine if I can give you an attorney. Making very little money at your job, and to his credit, he's working, so that's awesome. But making very little money and being on food stamps, those are high qualifications to get a free attorney.
Account, any cash on hand?
Well, I do have $11 in my cell, and then I do have some money in my bank account. So yes, ma'am.
Oh, the poor guy. No, that's where I feel bad for him. That's where I my heart goes out. My cold black heart. It really does. When I hear I've got $11 in my cell, number one, I believe him. That seems very honest. And number two, it's pathetic. So give the man an attorney.
How much in your bank account?
I think I have, the last time I checked, since 3 days ago, I think I should have $112. And if not, it's
Okay.
because my phone bill came up. So they probably took $48 off of that for the phone bill.
Okay. Well, I'm going to
I mean, he's up on his books. I'll say that. I mean, it's a simple financial profile, but he knows the numbers.
appoint an attorney for you. I'm going to remind you that you have the right to remain silent. Anything that you say orally or in writing can be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during any questioning. And if you could not afford an attorney, the court would appoint one at public expense. You have the right to have the attorney present during all subsequent court proceedings. You have the right to a preliminary examination. In this case, it would be scheduled for March 4th. That would be at 11 a.m. with Judge Cooney.
Okay.
Also, on February 26th, you would have a probable cause conference at 2 p.m.
Okay.
Carmen, is there information that you'd like me to know regarding Vann?
Just, Your Honor, that I don't see where Mr. Ferguson has any priors here. He is homeless, as he told you. He plans to go stay at Safe Harbor. And I did talk with him about how important it is that he, check his mail at the church regularly to make sure his attorney can get in touch with him. We're requesting a personal recognizance bond, Your Honor.
Thank you. So, Mr. Ferguson, I am going to place you on a $5,000 personal recognizance bond. So it is a PR bond. You don't need to post any money, but it's your promise that you would be at every court appearance and that you would abide by the conditions of the bond.
Yes, I promise on my life, on my mama, on my dead grandma, I promise I will
Okay.
show up to everyone. Please. I just don't want to
Okay.
come back.
Right. So the conditions of the bond are that you may have no threatening, intimidating, harassing, or violent behavior towards any person. You'll be respectful of all court employees, police officers, and care providers, and that you may not return to a
I promise.
Cannot
I don't
protect
even
you.
like going. I don't even like going to the library anyway, so that's not even going to be a problem.
Good. So you're going to hear from your court-appointed attorney by the 1st of next week, and that person will either call you or mail you a letter. So please watch for contact from your attorney. And like Ms. Conlon told you, you have to check that mail all the time.
Every
That's super
chance.
suggest.
All the
Yeah.
time. I promise. I'm not a criminal. I
Okay.
promise.
Okay.
Like I'm a good person that happened to make one mistake or.
Okay. We don't want to talk about anything, okay? And so you'll want to talk to your attorney about all of that.
All right. Okay.
The court's also going to mail you the notices regarding your preliminary examination and your probable cause conference. So again, it's just so important that you check that mail. I'm also going to order that you will go to community mental health and check for jail diversion assistance.
Jail.
So they have,
Jail.
yep, they have a particular program for jail diversion. So that will help you. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna say I already go to CMH. I have a primary doctor, so that's not gonna also be a problem either.
Good.
Like I have my stuff set up. I got my life together.
Good for you. Okay. Well, at Community Mental Health, the jail diversion program will help you keep on track, make sure that you're in compliance with the terms of your the terms of your bond, and they'll make sure that you're aware of your court dates and all of that. So that's a good thing to do, and I'm ordering that you do that. Okay.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am. I understand everything loud and clear.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let the police officers know that we're all set.
Okay.
Thank you. And Ms. Conlon, I think you.
Remember, you look marvelous.
All right.
I know this made the rounds, but we have to absorb it together.
Good afternoon, Mr. Peltola. Can you hear me adequately? Yes, I can, Honor. How are you doing?
Good, thank you. How are you today?
Not too bad. Feeling a little rough, sore from being in a holding cell 3 days, but other than that, I'm okay.
All right, let me call your matter so we're on the record, please. People of the state of Michigan versus Drew James Peltola, 247819 SM. Mr. Peltola appears from the Dickinson County Jail. Counsel at first appearance is Abby Anderson, who appears via video Zoom. And the prosecution is not here today of their own choosing. Mr. Peltola, before we went on the record, indicated he could hear me adequately and he was all right other than being sore from being in the holding cell for 3 days. In respect to the matter then, Mr. Peltola, I do have an advice of rights here with your signature. I do see, it looks like the copyright insignia. I know that we have discussed the issue of the sovereign citizen in the past. Mr. Peltola, can you tell me what your position is today, please, after telling me what your full legal name is, if you would?
Okay, I'm an appellation known as all capital letter Drew James Peltola with a common law copyright as a sui juris human as a non-citizen, a not American national. That's defined in the United States Code. I'd like to have my lawyer finish talking. She told me not to talk unless she could talk first.
I don't know. I really don't know. I paid little attention to. I don't know.
Here. Go ahead, Ms. Anderson.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have discussed these matters with Mr. Peltola. First, he agrees to be referred to as Mr. Peltola for purposes of these hearings. We have gone over both the advice of rights for misdemeanor and bond violation. He indicated he understood and signed both. As to the allegations, we went over the maximum penalties. We would waive the formal reading. He is tendering not guilty pleas and requested an attorney. Ms. Mashik-Lasala has assigned Nancy Schaub to represent him.
All right, very well. As indicated by Ms. Anderson.
I will say this. I'm going to give him a tallest midget award here. This is probably the nicest, most tolerable sovereign citizen that I've come across.
Mr. Peltola has agreed for purposes of his criminal prosecution to be referred to as Drew James Peltola. His position in respect to how he should be recognized legally has been stated for the record and is preserved for the record, as well as stated on the advice of rights form concerning both the general misdemeanor advice of rights. Although the bond violation advice of rights doesn't so indicate, the court will recognize his position for purposes of both advice of rights. Concerning the matter then, is this a good mailing address for you, Mr. Peltola, on River Street in Niagara?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm just trying to move back into Michigan, so I've been working, and that's the address that I use because that's my domicile. I always return to every day or once a week or whatever. Because the Michigan residents, I'm not even sure. I would not like to talk about that in court, but I'm trying to move back into Michigan. I'm just having a heck of a time doing it.
All right, so this is what I'm going to do then, Mr. Peltola. Over there, let's see if I have one in my file first. Ms. Anderson, I don't see a waiver of extradition. It sounds like he's going to need to go back and forth to Wisconsin, and we'll address that momentarily. In respect to the matter, though, Mr. Peltola, there is a waiver of extradition form over there at the jail. I'm going to have to have you sign that if you need to go into Wisconsin as part of this. In regard to the matter, then, what?
How do you want me to sign this? If you want my copyright, do you want me sui juris, just so you understand, like I wasn't trying to harm you or any other woman?
Well, I don't feel that. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Do you want my copyright on this? Do you want me as a human or me as a sui juris non-citizen national?
I just want your signature and the date, and whatever you want to put in addition to that is fine with me.
All right. Thank you. Can I have a pen?
Okay, I'm going to have to give the attorney credit. She makes all kinds of sense, and she picked this line. She's like, I'm going to let you dump your crazy within reason for the record, and then shut up and move on. And it's very effective.
Your Honor, while Mr. Peltola is signing that, we did discuss the waiver of extradition. He just wanted that answer clarified prior to signing, but he is aware of what the waiver of extradition is.
Very good. Thank you. All right. I'll enter not guilty pleas on behalf of Mr. Peltola. Ms. Anderson indicates that he's qualified and he is being assigned by MIDC. Ms. Schaub, we're going to set bond violation hearing. We might as well do the pretrial at the same time. And a jury trial as follows. Yes, just to be safe.
Okay. Pretrial conference and bond violation hearing on February 21st at 1:45 p.m. Jury trial March 8th at 9 a.m.
All right, you'll get these dates in writing, Mr. Peltola. In respect
Yes.
to the waiver of extradition, then I want to go over it with you briefly as well.
All right, cool.
In
I can
respect-
wait. You want me to stop filling this out?
Really, all you need to do, yeah, go ahead. You finish, and then I'll go, and then I'll talk. You let me know when you're ready.
I'll just sign it real quick on the bottom of it, and they can take care of the rest of it. I'll sign it properly. The bottom law might be wrong. It's been a while since I've read the Unified Court, but I believe this is right. I signed it for you correctly. So-
All right, perfect. All right.
It's been a while since I've dug into the UCC. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If you got drugged through that crap for 3 years, you'd find that hilarious.
If you give that to the jailer, Mr. Peltola, I want to go over with you what it means to sign that waiver. I know we've done this before, but I'll just refresh your memory. And let me start by saying, so long as you come back to court voluntarily for all your court appearances, this does not become relevant. But if you don't come back to court, let's say, for example, you stayed in Niagara or somewhere else like that, normally you're entitled to what's called an extradition hearing before you are returned to Michigan to fight the charges that you didn't come back to court for.
Yes.
Under an extradition hearing umbrella, you have the right to an open court hearing. You have the right to have a lawyer at that hearing. And if you're indigent or without funds, one is assigned for you. The purpose of an extradition hearing allows you to challenge the legality of your arrest and return to Michigan. For example, you could demand issuance and service of a Michigan governor's warrant for your arrest. You have the right to obtain a writ of habeas corpus. Like I said, all to challenge the legality of your arrest and return to Michigan. When you sign a waiver, what?
I said I won't resist, man. Never
All
mind.
right, I'm just
Go ahead, Your Honor. I
explaining.
apologize.
I'm just explaining to you what that document is that you're signing, okay, for the record. That's all. I'm not suggesting, implying, or anything else. I'm just explaining, all right?
Thank you.
All right. So when you sign that waiver, then what that means is, and like I said to start with, so long as you come back to court, everything is hunky-dory or everything is all right. But if you don't come back, when you sign that waiver, you have given up your right to that type of a hearing that I just explained. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So that's what that means. So when I'm setting bond, I need that form back because I'm going to do the following in respect to your bond. And this can cover both the bond violation and the underlying charge of disorderly. All right. First off, you must sign a waiver of extradition as a condition of your bond. So long as you do, you can go back and forth between Michigan and Wisconsin for residency. Are there other reasons, Mr. Peltola? Do you work there? Do you have court appearances, medical treatment, family visitation, anything like that?
My family visitation almost every day, my mother, and I have
All right.
court issues that got pushed back, I believe like 5 months, 6 months, something like that. I
All
don't
right,
know
so-
the exact date on it.
Residency, court appearances, family visitation. If it expands beyond that, talk to your lawyer first, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You are not to purchase, possess, or consume alcohol or non-prescribed controlled substances. You must submit to random PBTs and drug screens as a condition of your release. Don't go into
Yes.
businesses that sell alcohol for use inside, such as bars and taverns. Now, do you have a medicinal marijuana card?
I do not. I did at one time, Your Honor, but at the current moment, I do not.
All right, so for the moment then, Mark, both medicinal and recreational marijuana use and possession are prohibited until further order of the court. That changes, you make sure and get it to your lawyer who would bring the issue to the court if you got your card back. In regard to the matter then, stay off of the property of 1714 East 7th Avenue in Norway.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do not engage in any assaultive, threatening, harassing, or intimidating behavior towards any person while you are on bond. If you relocate for any reason, you must provide the court with an updated address and phone number within 7 days of any change. I am going to set the bond. All right, so you are in one of those unique positions, Mr. Peltola, where you have come before the court for your arraignment. Already behind you, or what you're being arraigned on, is both the underlying charge and a bond violation. So usually people will have an underlying charge and then whatever, week 2, 3 later, they come back with the bond violation. And when people are arraigned, I always give them a talk and tell them that if you come back with a bond violation, you're going to make it really hard for me to say, gee, I should let you back out into the community again. You, however, have not had that talk. You are having it today, and you are having it on both the underlying charge and the bond violation. So my pep talk is this, Mr. Peltola. I'm going to set the bond accordingly and give you the benefit of the doubt. But if you come back in here with another violation, I'm going to say, gee, Mr. Peltola, I had the talk with you, and you went out and did the same thing I told you not to do. So I'm telling you, don't violate your bond and make me have a reason to keep you in custody pending resolution of your case. I'll set your bond right now at 1,000 PR. That's on both the bond violation and the underlying charge. They're going to let you back out, Mr. Peltola. Don't go back out and start drinking and do this again because, like I said, you'll leave me no choice. All right?
Oh, Your Honor, honest to God, I'm not even on drugs anymore. I wasn't sick. The only reason.
Hold on.
Nope.
I can see Miss Anderson almost doing cartwheels back there. She does not want you to talk until you have a chance to talk to your lawyer. Is that right, Miss?
Yeah. Without getting into further detail, there were drugs involved that people were giving to me that ended up being glue. Like I smoked some glue and stuff. I thought I was smoking crack.
That is correct, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Peltola, do you understand? She wants you to talk to your lawyer before you tell me anything, all right?
Yes, I understand, Ms. Lacoste, or Judge Lacoste.
Thank you, Mr. Peltola. We will see you soon. Your bond will come over, your writing dates, your lawyers. Make sure you call her when you get out and, you know, have a meeting with her. All right, Mr. Peltola?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, anything else on this file then, Ms. Anderson?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Have a good day, Mr. Peltola.
You as well.
Thank you.
You're going to probably try me in absentia, and you're not going to prove anything.
All right. I got what I got with Judge Vann. It's a tough call to grab sometimes.
You got 1 minute to chat.
Yeah. Ms. Vanbro, how are we doing today?
Yeah, you want that answer today.
Oh. What is wrong with you?
Nothing.
Oh. Choir moms want to know. Yeah, hit me up. Let me know. Huh. Have I done something to offend you?
What are you talking about, sir? No. I'm good.
Got those in the trash.
I don't care.
Where you going, Mr. Dennis?
Is there something in that?
No, that was his paperwork.
All right, Mr. Dent, you're for the court charge of introduction of contraband into a detention facility. You understand that charge?
What's the judge's name?
Judge Vann. He's asking, do you understand your charges?
I understand them being charged with.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true, sir?
Yeah.
Have you already got a public defender on your other case?
I believe so.
All right, they'll represent you on this case as well. Bond set at $6,000. Court date's going to be March 4th at 9 o'clock. Look, sir,
You broke up on the bond again.
$15,000.
Thank you, sir. Step to your right to the T. When the light comes on, you're gonna sign for your copy.
Yeah, I don't want to sign
You step out then.
Well, he showed you.
Vent 16.
They got to sign stuff. No. So we don't get many solves. Anyway, watch me, I'll get 20 of them in a row. All right, is this Ms. Harris? Ma'am, before the court charge of possession of less than 20 grams of marijuana, possession of paraphernalia, and driving under influence. You understand those charges?
Yes.
I'm giving copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true, ma'am?
Yes.
Based on your application, I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. Any question about that?
No.
Deputy, criminal history, Ms. Harris?
Shows no history.
No.
All right, Ms. Harris, release you on what's called pretrial release. They're going to release you today. You need to be in court tomorrow, February the 14th at 8:30. It's Valentine's Day. I don't know if anybody told you. Yeah. You got married on Valentine's Day? That's convenient for him. All right.
I
So,
wouldn't have ever did that.
I never.
You short yourself a gift. No, ma'am.
facts. All right. I'm going to put on here that you can show up for pre-trial release after you go to court tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
All right, step to your right to the T. When the light comes on, sign. Next. Yep, step in on the red X. State your name.
Michaela Matthews.
Matthew, you the court charge of driving under the influence. Do you understand that charge?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
All right. Based on your application, I find that you do qualify. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. So you have an attorney now. Any question about that?
No, sir.
Deputy, criminal history, Ms. Matthews?
Just possession of cocaine in 20.
I got a charge for cocaine possession, but I.
Oh, you're okay. I was asking her. I wasn't asking you, Ms. Matthews.
Sorry,
You're fine.
sorry.
You're fine. No, you're good. No worries. Pre-trial release. Court date's going to be tomorrow, February the 14th at 8:30. You can go to court, go to pre-trial release after you go to court tomorrow.
All right, step to your right to the T.
What does that mean?
You're getting out. When the light comes on, sign.
You're getting out.
State your name, ma'am.
Christine Warren.
Run along.
Mr. Warren, before the court charges petty theft and a violation of probation on resisting, DWSR. You understand the charges?
Yes.
Why would I let you out on a ROR? Like 3 years ago. What did I do? What was I thinking? Was it around Christmas? No, it was November. It was around Thanksgiving. Well, see, no good deed goes unpunished, does it, Ms. Warren?
No.
Thanksgiving. I really like what was I thinking.
All right. I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights.
Yes.
If you are a public defender, we need you to fill out the appropriate paperwork so we can determine if you qualify. You also have the option of hiring your own attorney to represent yourself. Any question about these options?
No.
Deputy, come on, history.
They only have those because of the VOP.
Okay, on the petty theft, bonds 2,500. Court date's going to be February the 14th at 8:30 in front of Judge Grammer. On the VOP, your bond is 5,000. The court date is February the 28th at 1:30.
Step to your right to the T. When the light comes on, sign. State your name.
My name is Deshauna Gruber.
Mr. Gruber, your full court charge of possession less than 20 grams of marijuana, possession paraphernalia, and a violation of probation on a domestic violence battery in front of Judge Grammer. You understand the charges, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Okay, based on your application, if I find that you do qualify, I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. Any question about that?
Yes, sir.
Deputy, criminal history? Really?
23 domestic times 2, a conditional release violation, 18 controlled substance, meth, cocaine, disorderly, resisting, VOP, 17 cocaine, paraphernalia, a lot of VOPs, VOCCs, goes back to 9 locally with the domestic.
All right. Bonds 1,500 on the pot, 1,000 on the paraphernalia. Court date was going to be tomorrow, February 14th at 8:30. On the VOP, bond is 15,000. Court date is February the 21st at 1:30.
Is it 15,000 or 1,500, sir?
It's 15,000. I changed it because you picked up new charges.
Okay.
Step
you.
2. When the green light comes on, sign. Next. State your name.
Sarah Bell.
Court on violation of probation for a stalking charge in front of Judge Grammer.
Yes, sir.
Been ordered held without bond. Your court date is February the 21st at 1:30.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
February 21st. Step behind her. Next. Critics. State your name.
Martisha Chad.
Ms. Chad, before the court on an in-state warrant out of Walton County for violation of injunction, possession of marijuana less than 20 and paraphernalia. You understand those charges?
Yes.
Okay. Judge, off the top rope is order you held without bond. Court date your transport back over there to Phoenix as quickly as possible. Return date February the 29th. Good luck, ma'am. Judge Green woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Chose violence.
Oh, okay.
Step behind her. Groovers didn't print. Next. State your name.
Caleb McDaniel.
Mr. McDaniel, you before the court charge of driving under the influence. You understand that charge?
Yes, sir.
I think you've been given copies of paperwork and advice of your rights. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Based on your application, if you do qualify, I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public to represent you. So you have an attorney now. Any question about that?
No, sir.
Jeff, your criminal history, Mr. McDaniel?
Mississippi, you had a disorderly and a contempt. You had an old VOP out of Mississippi and an old VOP out of California.
You get it, disorderly conduct in Mississippi? I mean, what's the point of being there?
He's asking, did you get can you actually get a disorderly in Mississippi?
How do
Apparently
you, what do you have to do to get a disorderly conduct in Mississippi? I know it's impossible to get one in Louisiana, but
My baby mama has a friend that's a sheriff down there, and she called him on me to have me arrested because she had just left me, and I was going to see my kids. So she
there's
called him.
subterfuge, but
Yeah, she called him.
right
Making,
on the eve of Valentine's Day, too. I'm stunned, shocked even. I cannot believe that love would go awry.
Exciting and new.
On Valentine's Day at 8:30, be early, not late. Judge Grammer is a stickler for time. You're not supposed to possess or consume alcohol while you're on release. Good luck, sir.
yes, sir.
Step to your right to the T. When the light comes on, son. Next. It'll come on in a minute. Red X.
Yes, ma'am.
Say your name. Say your name.
Oh, Christian Garcia.
Mr. Garcia, for the court, domestic violence battery, and battery. You understand the charges?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given a copy of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true, sir?
I'm sorry, what was that, sir?
Been advised of your rights today?
Yes, sir.
You got a copy of paperwork?
You got a copy of the paperwork.
Yes, sir.
All right. Based on your application, you make too much money to qualify for a public defender, but the law recognizes your financial situation may change, in which case you can reapply later. You also have the option of hiring your own attorney or represent yourself. Deputy, criminal history.
Shows no history.
Didn't run very far. You just went to house. That's not exactly a getaway. All right, buddy. Was alcohol a factor? Just out of curiosity.
Sir, I'm sorry.
Was alcohol a factor?
There was some, but not much, no, sir.
So you're an asshole? You weren't drunk out?
Sir?
Nothing. Never mind.
Oh my gosh.
Bond set at $2,500 on each. Court date's going to be February the 14th at 8:30. No contact, directly, indirectly, or through a third party to alleged victims. You've been better off telling me you're tore up.
Step to your right to the T.
Sir.
State your name, say
Boyd, even though he wasn't represented by the public defender's office, I caught myself. All right, Mr. Brown, you're before the court on a violation of probation for a domestic violence battery charge. You understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
If we're held without bond, your court date is February the 21st, 1:30. Good luck.
Next, step behind him at the
Court date
signature.
was when, I apologize.
February 21st. State your name.
William Murphy.
Mr. Murphy, violation of probation was originally a battery and indecent exposure charge in front of Judge Grammer. You understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
We're held without bond, your court date is going to be February the 21st, 8:30. Good luck, sir.
February 21st.
You're
Yes,
about to
sir.
get a copy of it, yes. Step to your right behind him. Next.
Find somebody that can.
Next. Red X. State your name.
Schroeder, before the court, charge of driving license been revoked as a third or subsequent offense, failing to register a motor vehicle, possession of methamphetamine, and possession of paraphernalia. Do you understand those charges, sir?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Based on your application, if I find you do qualify, I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. Any question about that?
No, sir.
Luckily, there was a DWLSR third last year. Prior to that, I don't see anything since 2008, and that was an ag bat.
You want to say anything? No? Oh. Here's the deal. They're starting to get to the level where they're charging with felonies for driving on license suspended. So that's not good. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Stay off the road. I'm not asking you to make any admissions. Just
Right.
stay off the road. So
Yes,
here's
sir.
what I'm going to do, because I anticipate that's going to be a misdemeanor when it's all said and done. I'm going to treat it like a misdemeanor for purposes of bond. Bond's $2,500 on the driving license been revoked, $500 on the failing to register a motor vehicle. The methamphetamine concerns me. It should concern you. If you got any teeth left in your head. Your bond's $5,000 and paraphernalia is $1,000 with random UAs. So they're going to test you every chance they get, okay?
Yes, sir.
If you test positive, you pop hot, you're going to go back to jail. I'm just telling you. That's just the way it is, okay?
Right.
You got any questions?
I was wondering about the pre-trial,
You don't qualify.
pre-trial release program. Okay.
Yeah, you don't get
Yes,
it.
Yeah,
I
stop
have,
wondering.
doctor's appointments, because I have a bad heart, and I was just,
You got a bad
I
heart?
don't know.
You have that again?
I've had
Let me
2
look
heart
at that.
attacks.
Let's just think about this for a second. The hell you said? You think of
Holy wow. That's messed
Yeah, it's frustrating. I wish I had the rest of that appearance, but I don't. I wanted to hear the rest of Judge Vann's rant about the bad heart. Oh, well. Oh, well. There you have it. Happy Valentine's Day, all. I hope you have a good one. I hope you get some candy or whatever the hell it is you're looking for in life. I hope you get plenty of it. That's all I'm saying. Thank you for coming out to my late night stream, my nap delayed stream. It was a lot of fun. I'll see y'all soon.